Back when I was a kid, if I was ever like crying over some dumb shit, my mom would remind me that I should really just be grateful for what I had because there was probably someone out there who had it way worse than I did. And, you know, W moms for real, because even to this day, I try to adopt that mindset whenever I'm faced with a problem. For example, I'll be like, yeah, this history essay is hard as shit. But you know what's even harder as shit? Fucking shrapnel. And I don't ever have to worry about getting hit with shrapnel, so, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'll be alright. With that said, Tanjiro, I'm sorry, but I don't ever want to see you flashback to your backstory ever again, bro, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, we got a new saddest backstory in town, and that shit belongs to the boy Genya. Actually, I feel like 𝙏𝙖𝙡 definitely had it worse, but at least 𝙏𝙖𝙡 became cool as because of his backstory. Genya just became a shooter. Now, I'm not trying to be the guy to like trauma compare these niggas, but the reason I feel like Genya's backstory stands out so much compared to Tanjiro's is because when you really stop to think about it, these two essentially have the same backstory. Like, the only difference between Genya's backstory and Tanjiro's backstory is that every redeeming factor that Tanjiro had in his tragedy, Genya simply does not have. Like, okay, Genya's backstory scene literally starts off with them laying down the groundwork for the boy Genya to just have a shitty ass life. Like, we find out that Genya's dad was an abusive asshole who used to just beat on his wife and kids, and like, I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed this, but that nigga's calves were yoked as like, his strong leg ass really could have been out there on the field kicking demons in the chin and saving the day and shit, but nah, he decided to dedicate all that damn leg meat to kicking innocent women and children. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, what's with all these fathers in Demon Slayer being horrific L's? Like, not even just usual anime father L's, like horrific, genuinely horrible people in every sense of the word. Anyway, we get an unspecified time skip and we're suddenly taken to the fateful night. The night where Genya's life was about to become solidified as some straight buns for the rest of eternity. Long story short, bruh, Genya's mom somehow got turned into a demon, and so she pulls up at the crib in the middle of the night and basically goes 5 for 7 at killing her own children. One shot, might I add. Now, if you do the math, that means she shot 71% from the field, and so we're clear, these stats actually put her above that bum-ass Muzan who only put up 54% at close range on Tanjiro's family. Nah, I'm playing. They both went 5 for 7. But that's still embarrassing for Muzan, bruh, because no way the quote-unquote Demon King should be putting up the same number of kills as a demon who had presumably only transformed to a demon like 6 hours ago. Crazy part is, Genya probably would have gotten his ass smoked as well had it not been for his older brother 𝙏𝙗. And let me just take this moment right here to say, that boy 𝙏𝙗 is different. Like, yeah, I probably could have predicted that since, you know, he's the whole white hair sibling in a family full of black haired niggas, and y'all know how that shit goes in anime, but nah, I genuinely think this man was born simply and only to kill demons. Because tell me how bro was able to linebacker body check a whole demon and then proceed to scrap with this demon the entire night armed with nothing but a goddamn kitchen knife. Like, bro didn't have no training, he didn't have no type of breathing styles, bro just had bare knuckles and vibes, and he managed to get busy on a whole demon. Like, think about how crazy this fight had to be from 𝙏𝙗's perspective, bro. He's over here fighting this regenerating monster that he's never seen or heard of before. I know at some point he realized it was his own mom, and so that shit was probably crazy to him. And so now he's over here giving ones to his mom for hours on end until the sun finally comes up, and when it finally does come up, he watches his mom evaporate into the nether as his ungrateful ass little brother starts to press him for killing their mom. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I can see why this man 𝙏𝙗 went crazy and turned to a tweakster, bro, because honestly, I'd probably do the same my damn self. Let's just be totally honest here. But anyway, moving back to Genya's perspective for a bit, I want you to take a second to really think about how tragic this shit is for Genya compared to Tanjiro, because like I said earlier, there are 3 main upsides, or redeeming factors if you will, that make Tanjiro's backstory a bit more bearable, and I feel like the writer went out of their way to just not give Genya any of the same leeway in any capacity. So yeah, let's take a look at these redeeming factors. Factor number 1. Tanjiro didn't have to actually see his family die. He just saw the aftermath. Genya, on the other hand, he had to watch his shit happen in real time, and he was considerably younger than Tanjiro was. Factor number 2. Despite their tragedy, Tanjiro and Nezuko still have a healthy relationship and bond. 𝙏𝙗 and Genya, And finally, factor number 3, perhaps the biggest injustice of them all, at least Tanjiro can use his flashbacks as a catalyst for power-ups and revives and all that bullshit. The boy Genya, he doesn't get shit from his flashbacks. He didn't even get basic breathing techniques. All he gets is constant humiliation, because no way my nigga Tiny Tengu should have been putting the moves on Genya like that. Like, he really put the jets on that boy too. Like, that little nigga was moving. This was honestly the funniest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. Like, that Tengu as a whole is just so goofy, bruh. Like, bro.